You know, some objects are just more than metal, right? They're not just coins, they're not just medallions. They're these incredible points where history, royal power, and immense faith all crash together. Today, we're going to look at one of those rare objects, the Naresuan coin. All right, so this is what we're diving into, the Naresuan coin, made in the Buddhist era 2535, which for us is the year 1992. Now, it might just look like a simple amulet at first glance, but trust me, every single detail about its creation tells a story that goes back centuries. And that really gets to the heart of it. This coin isn't just a thing. It's seen as a witness. It's a physical link to a heroic past. It's a symbol of a royal blessing in our time, and it's a vessel of spiritual energy, all forged into one powerful piece of metal. So how does a legend like this even start? Well, to really understand this coin, you first have to understand the ground it was made on and the royal hands that guided its creation. Okay, so the location is absolutely everything here. We're not talking about just any temple. Wat Yai Chai Mongkol, in the ancient capital of Ayutthaya, was completely central to the life of the legendary King Naresuan the Great. It's where his spiritual mentor lived, and later, it's where he built a massive pagoda to celebrate his most famous victory. So you can just imagine, the very ground there is soaked in history and spiritual power. And this timeline just lays it all out perfectly. Check this out. In 1592, King Naresuan wins this incredible elephant duel that basically secures the kingdom's freedom. Now, fast forward exactly 400 years to 1992, Her Majesty Queen Sirikit goes to that very same temple for a ceremony to start building a new shrine in his honor. And that's why the Naresuan coin was created, specifically for this huge event, tying the heroic past directly to the present. Now, let's zoom in a bit and see how all that powerful history is built right into the design of the coin itself. The story is literally etched onto its surface. And this is where it gets really cool. It's a tale of two sides. The front is pure, raw, historical power. You see King Naresuan, the warrior king, geared up for battle. That's all about strength and authority. But then, you flip it over and you see the royal initials, SOR Cor, for Queen Sirikit. This is what connects that ancient power directly to the modern monarchy. It's a symbol of a continuous line of royal blessing. Just brilliant. But here's something really thoughtful they did. They made sure this legacy wasn't just for the wealthy. Of course, they were super limited solid gold versions for the highest patrons. But they also made it in silver, in a special 9-metal alloy called Naualoha that's believed to be spiritually potent, and, most importantly, in copper. This meant that just about everyone, from a top general to a regular person on the street, could hold a piece of the sacred power. Okay, so you've got the history, you've got the metal, but that's just two pieces of the puzzle. For an amulet to be considered truly, deeply powerful, it needs one more crucial ingredient, an incredible spiritual blessing. And let me tell you, this was not your average blessing ceremony. What happened here was, well, basically a spiritual phenomenon. Can you imagine gathering the most revered, most powerful monks from all across the country, all in one place, all focusing their energy on these little coins? That is exactly what happened. First up, you had the home team, right? The spiritual giants of Ayutthaya itself. We're talking monks like Luang Por Rue, whose name literally means wealthy, and Luang Por Mi, a total expert in protective blessings. These were the guys who brought the deep, ancient spiritual traditions of the region right into that ceremony. And then you had the national all-stars, Luang Por Kun, a living legend, Luang Por Pern, the master of sacred tattoos, Luang Por Pe, whose amulets were famous all over the world. This was basically like assembling a spiritual supergroup. Believers say the combined energy from these masters is what gave the coin its unbelievable power. So you've got the history, the royalty, the art, and this once-in-a-lifetime blessing. What does it all add up to? What's the point for someone who actually has one of these? Well, it all boils down to 3 specific powers that people believe in. So here they are. First, believers say it grants authority, or Taba Maha Amnat, the kind of power to lead and command respect that was inspired by King Naresuan himself. Second, protection, or Cleo Claude, to act like a shield against all kinds of danger. And third, victory, or Chai Chana, giving you an edge over your rivals and helping you succeed. And that last one, Chai Chana, perfectly echoes the temple's name, the Great Pagoda of Auspicious Victory. It all just clicks together. So when you step back and look at the whole picture, what have we got here? It's something way, way bigger than just its individual parts. Think of this coin as a bridge, right? It's not just a dusty old relic. It connects the raw, courageous spirit of a warrior king with the serene, powerful blessing of a modern queen. The whole point was to give people, soldiers, officials, you, me, the spiritual strength to face our own battles today, whatever they might be. So in the end, what is this coin really? Is it a piece of history you can hold in your hand? Is it an object of deep, powerful faith? Or is it a symbol of personal strength and authority? The answer, and the reason its legend is so powerful, is that it's not just one of those things. It is, somehow, all three at once.